Welcome to Unique Classes. Today we will be learning about valence shell, valence electrons and valency. So let us start our topic. What are valence shell now? The outermost shell of an atom is called the valence shell. The outermost shell of an atom is called the valence shell. Clear? Okay. This means the last shell. Okay. Now what are valence electrons? Valence electrons are those electrons which are present in the valence shell. The electrons which are present in the valence shell. Clear? This means the electrons which are present in the outermost shell are called valence electrons. Clear? Electrons in the outermost shell are called valence electrons. Clear? Now, these valence electrons may vary. These may vary from 1 to 8. This means atoms or elements, they can have valence electrons. They can have 1 valence electrons or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Clear? Okay. Now let us move on to valency. This is important now. What is valency now? If I say about the definition, I'll say this way: the combining capacity of an atom of an element is called valency. Clear? Or you can say it this way also. It is the number of electrons. It is the number of electrons an atom donates, accepts or shares. Clear? What we can say? We can say that valency is the number of electrons an atom donates, accepts or shares. Clear? Okay. Okay. Now, I know you will not be clear with these definitions. I'll explain it to you. Okay. Now, I hope you remember atoms and molecules when you have these things you have learned in your preliminary classes, right? Maybe in class 6, 7. I hope you remember them. Now, what it was said? It was said that atoms are stable. Sorry, atoms may be stable or it may not be stable. Yeah, this means there are some atoms which are stable while there are some other atoms which are not stable. While molecules are stable, right? When we studied this, we got that atoms may be stable, may not be stable. Molecules are stable. Clear? Now, these atoms which are not stable, what they do? They combine with the atoms which are not stable, what they do? They combine with other atoms of the same element or maybe of different element to become molecules. We have got this, right? Atoms combine to form molecules. Why do they combine? Atoms combine to form molecules because they want to become stable like molecules. Clear? Okay. Understood? Now, how they become molecule or how they combine? They combine by donating, accepting or sharing electrons. And while doing this, the number of electrons they have donated or accepted or shared is called valency. Okay. See here, suppose you have, you know this, what is this? H2. It is one molecule of hydrogen, right? This means what happened here? Hydrogen is an atom, right? H is an atom. Here, two hydrogen atoms have combined so that they can form a molecule and become stable. Clear? This is one molecule of the element hydrogen. You might get it this way, okay? Also, suppose H2. What is this? This is one molecule of the compound water. Here, two atoms of hydrogen have combined with one atom of oxygen to form one molecule of the compound but water. Right? Clear? Till here, is it understood? Okay. Now, let me move on to understanding valency even more. Okay. Before we understand valency, let me tell you one thing, that is inert elements. Okay. Okay. Now, what are inert elements now? Yeah. Let us see what are inert elements. You may have heard about these elements like, suppose, neon. Right? The short form of neon is Ne. Neon is an inert element. Clear? Why? Let us see this. What is the atomic number of neon? The atomic number of neon is 10. So what is its electronic configuration? 2,8, right? Okay. Now see, the elements which have 8 electrons in its outermost shell is called an inert element. Clear? Elements which have 8 electrons in its outermost shell are called inert elements. Okay. These elements are chemically stable. That is, they are non-reactive in nature. They do not undergo any chemical reaction because they are stable. Right? Atoms combine to form molecules. Why? Because they want to become stable. Stable like the molecules. Right? But these these elements, which are called the inert elements, are already stable. They are non-reactive. So they do not take part in any chemical reaction. Clear? Okay. So now there are more inert elements like helium, argon, xenon, radon, krypton. Okay, xenon, radon, krypton, all these you haven't got till now because we have learned atomic numbers only till 20. Yeah. Okay, now let me talk about helium. Helium is also an inert element. But you may say that the atomic number of helium is how much? 2. Right. So its electronic configuration is 2. Right. Now, when we did electronic configuration, I have told you that helium is an exception to this octet rule. Right. We say it to be duplet rule for helium because helium has only one shell, that is the K shell, and K shell is the capacity of K shell to hold electrons is 2. This means K shell can hold only 2 electrons, and helium having only the K shell has 2 electrons. That means its valence shell is complete. It has a complete valence shell, and since it has a complete valence shell, helium is also an inert element. Right? Here, neon, the outermost shell had 8. Following the octet rule, it is a complete valence shell, so it is an inert element. So in other words, I can say this way also. What are inert elements? The elements whose outermost shell is complete, or the elements which have complete valence shell. Okay, what did I say? The elements which have sorry, complete valence shell. They are called inert elements. Clear? Okay. Inert elements are also called noble gas. In some books you may find the word noble gas. Don't get confused. Inert elements are also called noble gas. Clear? Okay. Now you have understood inert elements. Now let us move towards the other elements, leaving aside the inert elements. Other elements which do not have complete valence shell, they also want to have a complete valence shell. Okay, this means elements which do not have 8 electrons in its outermost shell, they also want to have the electronic configuration of its nearest noble gas. Yeah, okay. So these elements, or the atoms of these elements which do not have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, or which have incomplete valence shells, they combine with other elements, they combine with atoms of same element or maybe atoms of other element to form molecules so that they can attain stability. Clear? Have you understood till here? Let me take an example to make you understand these. Okay, suppose sodium. Let's take the example of sodium. Sodium, its atomic number is how much? 11, right? So what is its electronic configuration? 281. Now sodium has 1 electron in its outermost shell. Sodium also here is unstable, right? So now what sodium wants? Sodium wants to become stable. How can it become stable? It can become stable if it has 8 electrons here. Or it has one more option, that is, if sodium can donate this 1 electron, if sodium can donate it to someone, then this will become the outermost shell of sodium, and the outermost shell of sodium will then have 8 electrons. Clear? And it will become stable. Right? I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Okay, let me explain you in a simpler way. Now see, this is the outermost shell of sodium. Here it has 1 electron. Now sodium can donate 1 electron to become 8 here, or it can accept 7 electrons from somewhere else. 7 plus 1 will become 8. But to take 7 electrons from somewhere is a difficult job, right? So why will it take 7 electrons where it can just donate 1 electron and become stable? It will choose the easier path, right? So what sodium will do? Sodium will donate 1 electron. Okay, after donating 1 electron, see its electronic configuration became 2, 8. Okay, it has donated 1 electron is gone. Okay, so sodium has now 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Clear? This is what I said here. It is the number of electrons an atom donates. Okay, let us see what happens in case of accepting. Okay, let us take the example of chlorine. Chlorine has an atomic number of 17. Clear? Okay. Now, what is its electronic configuration? 2, 8, 7. Now, chlorine has two options to become stable. Either it donates 7 electrons to someone or it accepts 1 electron. Donating 7 electrons is more difficult than accepting 1 electron. So it's better chlorine accepts 1 electron, right? So here what chlorine will do? Chlorine will accept 1 electron. After accepting 1 electron, its electronic configuration becomes 2, 8, 7 plus 1, 8. So here the outermost shell of chlorine now has 8 electrons and thus it has become stable. Clear? Okay. So this is the case of accepting. And this is how compounds are formed. Okay. See, you know sodium chloride, right? Do you know sodium chloride? Okay. NaCl, right? The formula of sodium chloride is NaCl. How is sodium chloride formed? See, sodium will give 1 electron. Chlorine will take this 1 electron. After giving 1 electron, sodium became stable. And where this electron moved? This electron moved to chlorine and chlorine also became stable. And hence we got NaCl. That is, sodium atom combined with chlorine atom to form one molecule of sodium chloride. Understood? This is how sodium also became valence, chlorine also became valence. Clear? Okay. Okay. Now we got donation, exception. Now left is sharing. Let us see that also. Now, okay, we'll take an example. Suppose hydrogen. Okay, one molecule of hydrogen I have showed you here. It is H2, right? Now, how do we get H2? Now, okay, let us see. Hydrogen has an atomic number of 1. Its electronic configuration is also 1. Right? This means the valence shell of hydrogen is half filled. Yes? How half filled? Because hydrogen has only one shell. The first shell can hold 2 electrons. And hydrogen has 1 electron. This means it is half filled. Right? So now what hydrogen wants to do? Hydrogen wants 1 more electron so that here in this valence shell it becomes 2 and it gains the stability of its nearest noble gas, that is helium. Clear? So what hydrogen does? One hydrogen atom combines with, see, suppose this is the electron of hydrogen. Okay, so this is another hydrogen, right? Okay, this hydrogen, in order to become stable, wants 1 more electron. Same way, this hydrogen to become stable requires 1 more electron. If this hydrogen donates, then this will vanish, right? There will be no electrons left, and without electrons there is no atom. Okay, so what they will do? They will share. See, this way if they share, what will happen? This hydrogen here, this hydrogen got 2 electrons. This hydrogen also got 2 electrons by sharing. Thus, we get 1 molecule of H2. This hydrogen became stable, 2 electrons. This hydrogen became stable, 2 electrons, and this is how atoms share electrons to become stable. Clear? Understood? Now, see here, if I want to find out the valency, sodium has donated how many electrons? 1 electron. So, the valency of sodium is 1. Here, chlorine has accepted how many electrons? 1 electron. So, its valency is 1. Okay, clear? Have you understood what I am trying to say? Okay? Okay. Now, hydrogen has shared how many electrons? This hydrogen has shared 1 electron. This hydrogen has shared 1 electron. So, the valency of hydrogen is 1. Clear? Have you understood what I am trying to say? I hope you are understanding. Yeah. Now, I'll give you a brief summary to find out valencies. Okay. See, this is very easy. If you remember this, if the number of valence electrons in an atom is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, the number of valence electrons in an atom is 1, 2, 3 and 4, then valency will also be respectively the same, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If number of valence electrons in an atom is 1, valency will also be 1. 2, then here also 2. Clear? If the number of valence electrons is how many? 5, 6, 7, then in that case valency will become, if the number of valence electron is 5, then valency will be 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. If the number of valence electron is 6, then valency will be 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. If the number of valence electron is 7, then its valency will be 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. See here, chlorine, the number of valence electrons in chlorine is 7. So, what is its valency? 1. 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. Is it easier for you to understand this way? Okay. Now, if the number of valence electrons is 8, then valency is 0. This is in case of inert elements. They have a valency of 0. That is why they are also called zero valent. Yeah, inert elements are also called zero valent because they have a valency of 0. Okay? Clear? Okay. So, okay, here one more smaller thing, that is, see, when these atoms they combine with a force of attraction, right? And these force of attraction between the atoms of same element or atoms of different element is called chemical bond. This bonding which they share, which these atoms share, is called what? This bonding is called chemical bond. Clear? I hope you have understood till here. You are clear with all this? Okay, so I want you students to do one thing, that is write down the write down the atomic numbers serially, that is from 1 to 20. Write down the atomic numbers, and along with that write down its electronic configuration, and make another column and find out the valencies of different elements in one column. Clear? I hope this will help you to understand valency even more better. Clear? Okay. Thank you for watching this video.